Hello everyone, welcome back to SSB Crack Exams. I'm Anuradha, and as a continuation of my previous sessions on the different SSB interview questions that were asked to NDA recommended candidate, here I am with the next part for it. And in this session today, I'm going to discuss some more questions and I'll tell you how you can answer those questions. But let me tell you first that you can now access our courses for the different defense competitive exams by sitting at the comfort of your home and by logging on to our website ssbcrackexams.com. You can also follow us on our YouTube channel, our Instagram page, our Twitter page, join our Telegram group, and to know more about the different exams, notifications and the exam updates, you can log on to learn.ssbcrackexams.com. And to make the things simpler, you can also download our mobile app from the Google Play Store. So now before I start on with the questions, let me give you a short disclaimer as usual. The questions are taken from the SSB interview experiences shared by the recommended candidates on our website ssbcrack.com. So you may or may not face the similar questions in your SSB interview. Remember that the questions that I'm going to discuss today will not be the questions that will be asked of you, but almost similar to those questions can be asked of you, and I want you to be prepared for that. So let's start with the questions that were asked to the NDA recommended candidate in the SSB interview. Here you are with the first question for today's session. Who is the chief editor of Times of India? As I used to read it. So basically, the candidate used to read Times of India. So it can be any newspaper, whichever newspaper you read. So this question was asked again to test the candidate's awareness of the things that he do or the things that he do in his daily life. So be aware of the little things like this. So if you are reading any other newspapers like the Hindu or the Indian Express, be ready to know about the name of the chief editor of Times of India or the Hindu or the Indian Express or any other newspaper. Well, for your information, if you don't know who the chief editor of Times of India is, it's Mr. Jaideep Bose. Now, going on to the next question. Why do birds not get shocked while sitting on the wires containing high electricity? This is the basic and the commonest kinds of questions that can be asked of you. The students who have already read different subjects in their school, for example, like physics, they will be able to answer it. It's a very common question that is asked of the practical physics. So be aware of why do birds not get shocked while sitting on the wires containing high electricity, and some questions like this, and you are prepared for your SSB interview questions. The next question is, what is your timetable on working days? Now this again will show what kind of a person you are, how organized and planned you are according to your activities in your everyday life. Make sure that you are telling your timetable on working days, right? Which will obviously consist of more of your study time or working time, right? The next question is, what is your timetable on holiday? Now, this can be full of activities, interesting stuff like you can read books or you can watch, BBC News or movies, or you can spend quality time with your family. Some energetic, creative and fun-filled activities like this, right? The next is, what types of preparations have you done this time for the SSB? This again, you can answer very easily. So whatever preparations you have done, you can obviously tell this to your IO. The next is, how much distance do you run in the morning and in how much time? So must be the candidate has this habit of running or jogging, going for jogging or running in the morning. So this is a very general question which is involved with the daily life of the candidate. The next is, what do you do in your free time? This again can be a very general, a very light question, and don't get easily nervous or stressed because of this question. These are very light. So answer truthfully and honestly whatever you do in your free time. The next question that was asked was, how do you spend time with your family and what activities do you all perform together? Again, a very interesting and everyday kind of a question which is pertaining to your personal life. This shows how connected, how well connected you are with your family members, right? The next is, how do you motivate your friends, right? Now, again, we make friendships but we also motivate each other, we inspire, we learn different stuffs from each other. So make a very creative and a very productive answer for these kinds of questions, how you motivate your friends and how you get motivated by them. All right, so here you need to just discuss about the strengths, the very positive points about your friends and how you get motivated by their actions, by their words, by their thoughts, right? So this shows again what kind of people you are comfortable with, who are your friends. That will also show the IO in turn what kind of a person you are, right? The next question that was asked was, what places do you visit with your friends during the outing? Right? So here outing means that you must have gone out with your friends, or you must have this habit of hanging out with your friends to different localities. Must be going to an amusement park, or going out for a lunch, or for dinner, or for just watching a movie, or just roaming around. So these kinds of places you can easily tell this to your IO. What kind of places do you visit with your friends during the outing? Again, this will show not only what you do in your daily life, how comfortable you are with your friends, how sociable you are, but this will also show to him what kind of a person you are, what are the things that you enjoy doing the most, right? So these very important kind of questions in this session that I have discussed today, I think these questions will help you to prepare well for your SSB interview and to get an idea of how aware and how constructive and productively you need to work for your SSB interview. If you want to work in a much more constructive and smarter way, you can order these books that we have either from visiting our SSB Crack shop, or you can also order them off from Amazon or Flipkart. The links of these books are provided in the description below. So these books will be very helpful to you in your preparation for SSB. Till then, work hard, practice hard for your SSB and dream big. Jai Hind.